How is it going, everybody? It's your boy Poppy Wolf, and welcome back to another episode of Tokyo Revengers. This is episode 4, titled Return. Oh my god, guys. Dude, just when I thought this anime is just couldn't get better, just when I thought, you know what, it slowed down. Oh wow, this is insane. We got some big revelations on some things that I was thinking about, and it might have answered this. So the episode begins. I'll get into what I'm thinking about what's happening for the later of the show, like little theories. But okay, let's get into the aspect of the show. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the actual content of it. All right. So the episode begins with Hina and Takemichi on the subway, and these loud, rambunctious kids are taking up space when an old lady's standing. That's fucked. So, Hina tells them off, telling them to scoot in and make space for the old lady. She sits down, and the whole time, Takemichi's kind of just taken aback. He's kind of like thinking, wow, like she's so amazing, she's so cool. She wants him to study, be smart. They go back to her house, they're studying. He obviously doesn't understand a goddamn thing that's happening. Well, at the same time, she's kind of it's just cute little romance stuff, and she's kind of noticing that for someone his age, he acts a lot more mature. And I think that goes to show, like, it's just none of these, like, he keeps saying these ridiculous things that are just catching people off guard, and for lack of a better word, people are picking up on it. And I'll get into more on that in a bit. So eventually they see the fireworks, they go up on the ceiling to watch the fireworks. He goes to reach for her hand, but he accidentally catches Naoto's hand, and then because he touches Naoto's hand, he travels back to the future. And when he goes back to the present, he has to explain to Naoto what actually happened. And now Naoto is so pissed. He's like, dude, what's going on? But it does prove that touching Naoto's hand does trigger the time travel aspect of it, and is what pushes him to jump and come back, along with showing that each day he spent, the duration of time he spends is the same duration of time that his body lies unconscious or under suspended animation. So that's a little bit more fun to it. So when he comes back, before he wants to go back to the past, he says, look, let me talk to Mikey-kun and let me see what changed, what led to the Tomen being so brutal, so horrible. So they eventually do find out that the stuff that he did change the past, which was preventing Akkun for killing the one bully, Kiyaso, or Kiyomiso, Miso Kaio, something like that. I don't remember, Kiyo or something like that, whatever his name is, the big bully guy. Because he was able to prevent Akkun from doing that, from going to prison, Akkun actually does become the higher echelon of the Tomen. He's a high-ranking official in the Tokyo Majin gang, and eventually Takemichi decides, you know what, let me hit him up and let me ask him if I can meet Mikey. There's a little comedy skits of him going to the house, roaches, fungus, disgusting living of a loser. But he is able to hit him up, and when he hits him up, he thinks back to a flashback when he was like, look, I wonder if we become adults, what are we going to talk about if we don't even hang out with each other anymore? And he ends up meeting with, of course, Akkun. They go up and he meets with him, and Akkun looks like a hella different person. He looks like the years have weighed on him. Keep in mind, he's at least 25. Homeboy looks like he's pushing up to 30 something of the amount of stress. Then I can only assume that from drugs and everything else. So they go upstairs to talk and laugh as old friends, and Akkun reveals some big stuff. One, he reveals that he's the one who pushed Takemichi in front of the train that day. Interesting enough. And then he goes on a whole spiel about, you can time travel, huh? You're able to time travel. That's why, right? And the whole time he's saying, it's like if somebody told him that already. And he says that he's a soldier of Teta. Teta's the glasses character, the glasses part member of the Tokyo Majin gang, and he's saying that he's the one he's basically a slave to him. So I'm here thinking, like, does Teta know? Does Teta time travel? Like, my big guess is Teta's a time traveler as well, and he purposely in the present to keep Takemichi from joining the gang or even being a positive influence on the gang. He wants to kill him in the present but that ends up starting him in his time travel past, or at least he would meet Takemichi in the past, or maybe in one timeline he met Takemichi, and Takemichi's the one who kept him from greatness. So him in the future with all this power decides to kill Takemichi at the present, only to take Takemichi back in time. I really don't know. I'll get into more of this later, but so due to the fact that he's revealing all this to him, Takemichi breaks it down. It's like, bro, you're like the homie, like you would have died for me, you would have stabbed somebody for me, why would you go so far to kill me? And when he reveals that he feels trapped and that everything's changed, like no one's seen Mikey-kun, everything's been different since Draken died, like it's just the gang has gone to hell, and he's hoping that, like, look, if you can do this, please save everyone, save her, save him, save us, save the gang, save us all. And then he kills himself. And guys, when he jumps off and we see that thud, we see everything, oh my god, like oh shit, like, you know, this show is getting good when I went, oh my god, like I had to fucking take a deep breath for that moment. It's really sad seeing Akkun kill himself, his older version at least. And then Takemichi breaks down and Teta's there. Interesting, right? Why would he be there if it's not like he has information? I'm calling him a time traveler now. Anyways, the episode wraps up with him telling Naoto that he's gonna make sure that he saves everyone. He's gonna save Hina, Draken, Akkun. He's gonna make sure everybody that he considers a friend in the past makes it to the future. And I have to give this episode like a B, bro. I didn't expect this to be like so good. I thought it was gonna be whatever when he went back to the present, but God, was I wrong. So I want to talk about like some of the theories I have real quick. A quick little theory. So we've seen around the show that Takemichi's let it drop that he's some stuff that would allude to him being a time traveler. Of course, Naoto picked it up, and it seems like Draken is one person that passed over his head. But for Mikey-kun, if you look back in episode 3, Mikey-kun looks like he understands that a little too well. I'm assuming that Mikey-kun can also time travel, and maybe he's not fully aware of it. He can, but I feel like he's able to time travel because he's the only person who reacted differently. He didn't think that those words didn't make sense. He was triggered to understand why did he say those exact words. I feel like Mikey-kun, if he is a time traveler as well, he's trying to prevent Draken's death, and there might be a crossroads where these three guys are time traveling and trying to prevent a certain person's death in this show. I'm not positive, but I can only assume that's why Hina has to die in order for so and so to die. But the thing is, Naoto's one person who's already been saved from death thanks to Takemichi, which would lead me to believe that Takemichi is the one person who could save everyone if he's the one changing the past, because his ripple effect is what saves everybody. His ripple effect is what eventually, I would say, makes the timeline more refined, instead of it being this one where he's the loser and Teta is the like fucking basically leader of Tokyo Majin, and Mikey-kun is literally just used there as a poster boy. I think that's what what the show is alluding to, is that these certain characters cannot die, because if they die, they are the reason why the ripple effect. But the reason they die is because Takemichi wasn't there. If Takemichi wasn't there, Akkun would have stabbed Kiyomasa. If Takemichi wasn't there to basically use what he knows now to like redefine the timeline. And I can only assume how far this is going to go and what's going to be accomplished from all these things, but I am really excited to see. Anyways, guys, this is going to be it for my review of Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Majin. This is your boy Papa Wolf saying peace out, y'all. I cannot wait for this next episode. I hope our theories come correct. I already had the theory proven that Draken died, and that's what made Mikey different. So let's see what else we're right about. All right, this is me signing off saying peace out, and remember, 1,000 subscribers. Lights.